Sheila LaBar is a ravishing beauty, and she knows it. To the many men in her life, she's simply irresistible.
Sheila loved sex. She knew exactly how to get it.
But behind that alluring exterior are desires more dangerous than her ample curves.
Her sexual partners became involved with her at their own peril.
Sheila liked to prey on young men and completely dominate them.
Epping is a picturesque town in New Hampshire, first settled in the early 18th century. There's an air of old-world charm and values here. That is until Sheila LaBar struts into town in 1987.
Sheila definitely had that Southern belle charm about her. She was a great-looking woman, and she would walk around this small town with these tight leopard skin pants. She was that kind of vivacious sex pot.
Everyone in Epping knew who Sheila was. They would all whisper when she came into town or whenever she walked in because she made a scene.
This Alabama transplant is newly wealthy and always dressed to impress.
There was no holding her back. When she went for something, she got it, no matter what, whatever it took.
Manhattan, please.
Yet no one man ever seems able to satisfy her.
I've seen her boyfriends walking in and, again, walking out multiple times.
Her neighbors don't know it yet, but she's trouble. In fact, trouble has never been far from Sheila LaBar. It all began when Sheila K. Bailey was born on the 4th of July, 1958, in Fort Payne, Alabama. The youngest of 6, her mother nicknames her Firecracker.
You're not going anywhere!
But her father terrorizes the whole family with alcohol-fueled rages.
You're not going anywhere!
Sheila really did fear for her life at times, especially when she was a child. Her dad would go on these drinking binges and turn into a complete monster.
Sheila said that she was sexually abused as well as physically and emotionally abused. And so all of these things together really paint a very troubled childhood for Sheila. I think Sheila may have been confused by all of these different emotions. Is violence love? Is violence anger? What is it?
Sheila's beauty blossoms in her teens, and she discovers she can manipulate the boys into giving her whatever she wants.
She knew what made a man tick, and she knew what buttons to push.
But what Sheila really wants is to escape. She sees men as her ticket out of town.
So when Sheila's in her early 20s, she falls in love with a guy. He has a great job, he's a utility lineman, he drives a flashy car, all things that Sheila is attracted to. But even though he's not even 20, he already has a daughter and he's going through a divorce.
They marry, but just 6 weeks later, it's clear it was all a huge mistake. She's used to violence and chaos at home and can't adjust to playing the role of stepmom with a stable man who genuinely loves her. It's all an alien world.
I don't think she could take it. I think it was too much for her. And I actually think that that was the turning point in her life.
It all came to an end, and the paperwork cited the reason as incompatibility of temperament. Sheila took the one thing from the marriage that she loved the most, which was his flashy car.
Sheila gets a restaurant job and begins a new romance with Daniel Reynolds.
This guy's a bit of a player. They hang out, they make out.
And together they find a new passion: drugs. not the best way to start marriage number 2.
When she got him, it was a big victory for her.
Once the thrill of snagging Daniel wears off, Sheila quickly loses interest.
The marriage was really rocky from the start.
They finally divorce in 1986 after a tumultuous 4 years of marriage. The following spring, Sheila has a flash of inspiration. If she's gonna get out of her small town, she's gonna need to fish in a bigger pond. Enter Dr. Bill LaBar. When Sheila spots his ad in a Lonely Hearts column, she reels him in with some very alluring photos. Her plan works like a charm, and she's soon over 1,000 miles from home, moving in with him on his 115-acre farm in Epping, New Hampshire.
Bill LaBar was a very respected chiropractor in town. He was a widower and he was very lonely. Sheila wanted Bill LaBar to take care of her, and he looked like the kind of guy who could. And he was a wonderful man.
Bill doesn't want to remarry, but that doesn't stop Sheila from insisting she be referred to as Sheila LaBar.
What's surprising is very quickly, Sheila is the one holding real power in this relationship. Bill let her do whatever she wanted.
She becomes the managing partner in his business, with full power of attorney over all Bill's affairs and unlimited access to his money.
Sheila LaBar really knew how to control a man. She had the wiles to do so. She had the charm and the sexuality.
Sheila's got it made, but she's just getting started. She's about to make Bill's life a living hell. Sheila LaBar has used her wily charms to steal the heart of wealthy widower and chiropractor Bill LaBar. She now has control of his business affairs and ready access to his bank account. She's the queen of his Epping, New Hampshire farm. On the surface, it seems that things are finally going her way. But 115 acres can hide a multitude of sins.
Calm down. Who called 911?
Over the years, police were called numerous times for domestic disturbances.
Our first contact with her, she had just got out of the shower and she had a white tank top on. And she was prancing around the front of her house, dressed like that. The doctor had some scratches on him. Sheila was claiming that he assaulted her, and it was obvious to us that it looked like Sheila had assaulted the doctor. I didn't believe Sheila.
Sir, obviously he's lying. How could I hurt him like that? You've got to believe me. I wouldn't do this to him.
Right.
See? This is it.
Ma'am, please don't touch me, okay?
Sheila is soon pushing the boundaries of their relationship, well beyond any normal breaking point.
It was a test for her and a little bit of a game. How far can I push this? Bill let her do whatever she did.
Bill LaBar reluctantly watches her begin a fling with a farmhand who's arrived in New Hampshire looking for a better life. To the shock of everyone in Epping, within a year she marries Tom, and Sheila even persuades good old Bill to let him move in with her under his roof.
He was working the farm during the day and in her bedroom at night.
But as usual, there are twisted strings attached to Sheila's new nuptials.
She'd always threatened to divorce him and deport him back to Jamaica if he didn't do what she asked.
Sheila finally decides three's a crowd, and someone has to go.
Bill, he's a problem. Will you help me get rid of him? Get him out of our lives? Please?
But it's Tom that's soon gone.
I don't know about that.
He loves Sheila, but realizes she's volatile and potentially dangerous. And he packs his bags. Before long, Sheila's wish comes true. In February 2000, Bill LaBar dies suddenly from a suspected heart attack. The woman who stole his heart collects a hefty inheritance, including the farm.
Sheila had power of attorney over Dr. LaBar, so she controlled the will and all of his other legal papers.
And just like that, Sheila's a very wealthy, very single woman. At 41 years old, she's finally got the money she always craved. The only thing missing, someone to share it with. In 2003, she hones in on 35-year-old Michael Deloge.
She could get anybody that she wanted. Sheila really was that good. Mike was a troubled young man. He struggled with drugs and alcohol. He bounced around from odd job to odd job.
To the outside world, he's Sheila's new farm worker. But to Sheila, he's someone new to whip into shape. Together, they descend into an abyss of carnal sin.
There's this whole new side of Sheila coming out now, fueled by the drugs, a side that we've never seen before. She has an interest in sadomasochism, associating sex with violence.
Are you enjoying this, Michael?
Yeah.
Word spreads like wildfire that if you start a relationship with kinky Sheila, she'll walk all over you. And Michael's getting trampled.
There were several police reports about Michael Deloge being attacked by Sheila.
And then, as quickly as he came into Sheila's life, Michael Deloge is gone.
So what does Sheila do? The same thing she always does. She gets straight back out there to find another guy that she can control in more ways than one.
Hi, is this Ken?
Sheila tries something new,
My name's Sheila.
a phone dating service. She quickly has a fish on the hook. Unsuspecting 24-year-old Ken County.
So, you want to come over to my place? You must be Ken.
Wow. Ken County was a young guy. He had a learning disability. He was easily led, and he was looking for a relationship.
The cougar is ready to pounce on her latest unsuspecting prey. And Ken County won't know what's hit him until it's too late.
You like that, Ken?
In 2006, in Epping, New Hampshire, Sheila LaBar uses a phone dating service to lure her latest lover.
Come on in.
She's old enough to be his mother, but this girl just can't help herself.
Sheila is really a true nymphomaniac. This is abnormal, this is excessive behavior, but she just can't help it.
After this blind date, Kenny went back to his apartment and told his roommate that he was moving out. He was going to move to Sheila's farm. He had been sucked into her fantasy world.
Sheila has now entered a new phase of her life, where men are to be used, abused, and disposed of.
You gonna listen to everything I say?
Ken's completely under her spell and loving the attention and excitement.
Ken has this very meek personality. He is very quiet, he's a little withdrawn, he seems a little lost in life, and this is the perfect prey for Sheila.
But as they spend time together, Sheila begins to show her stripes.
Ken was brainwashed by Sheila. She's able to basically get him to do whatever she wants because he has shown her in so many ways that he is so vulnerable.
Yet, she's never satisfied.
She was always disappointed with these men. They never were really able to do what she wanted them to do, which was to make her happy.
Sheila LaBar is rapidly losing interest in her latest boy toy. Within a month, she's parading Ken around town. Her Epping neighbors are horrified.
It was almost like she was displaying him to the public.
And everyone wonders what devious reason Sheila might have for buying gas cans. And poor Ken bears the physical scars of life with Sheila.
This young man was in very bad shape. He was bruised, he was beaten up, he was in a wheelchair.
A lifetime of festering hatred and resentment is now spiraling out of control.
She's been betrayed by the ultimate male figure in her life, which was her father. And I think this is her way of punishing her father and all the men that have come after him who have disappointed her.
A few days after this shocking display, all is quiet at the LaBar farm. But Ken is nowhere to be found, and his friends and family are starting to panic. But just as the police are called in, Sheila skips town with more than $85,000. March 2006. Sheila LaBar is on the run from police in Epping, New Hampshire, where detectives are convinced something sinister has happened to her latest in a long string of lovers, 24-year-old Ken County.
Sheila hitched a ride with a trucker who took her to Boston. He ended up spending the afternoon in a hotel room with her.
The cougar quickly strikes again.
While she was hiding out in Boston, Sheila hooked up with a guy. The two of them spent a couple of days smoking marijuana, drinking, and laying low.
But she's all over the news, and her latest conquest makes a call to police. Sheila LaBar is arrested. As police descend on the LaBar farm, they are in no way prepared for what they are about to discover. Inside the home, it only gets worse.
We found a knife that had Ken County's blood on it.
And before long, investigators find what's left of Ken County, his charred remains.
Kenny County so desperately wanted to be in a loving relationship, but that wasn't what Sheila was about. Sheila was more like a black widow spider, trying to draw him in. She did all sorts of awful things to Kenny.
He may have been Sheila's latest victim, but he doesn't appear to be the first.
In the bathroom was old blood underneath new blood. Apparently, there had been more than one killing there, and they knew they had a serial killer.
In that septic tank, they found evidence of Michael Deloge's homicide.
What are you doing?
They found bullets from, I believe, a .22 caliber weapon, and they found a plastic identification container which contained the birth certificate of Michael Deloge.
One way to describe Sheila would be like a praying mantis. She would go after her man, and after she mated, she would get rid of him in a very nasty way.
Sheila LaBar is charged with first-degree murder for the death of Ken County. Her defense team claims she's insane, but that doesn't fly in court.
Sheila wasn't deemed insane because she wasn't insane. She was smart. She was very cunning and manipulative.
Although his body has never been found, Sheila LaBar is found guilty of murdering Michael Deloge. And just how many other unsuspecting lovers were lured to that farmhouse remains unknown. In 2008, Sheila's given 2 life sentences with no chance of parole. The cougar is finally caged. Only Sheila LaBar knows why she loved to hate men.
Why was Sheila LaBar the way she was? Was it nature? Was it nurture? I just think that Sheila LaBar was born bad.